The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and import our photos into Photos. And then once we get into Photos, we're going to go ahead and do some editing in there. So I'd like you just to kind of watch first, and then we'll all have some time to work. So if you have an older computer that has a USB port, you should also have a port for your card. And you're just going to put the card in there. And I think we already did this earlier. And then when you go to Photos, if you have it hooked in with the wire, it's going to also show up here on the left-hand side where it says no name, but instead of saying no, it might still say no name, but a little camera icon instead of a card icon. So you put that in there, and then as Jonathan said before, you can import selected or you can import all new, and I'm going to import all new. You can check delete items if you trust in your camera and you are not afraid that you might lose those. I personally would import them first and delete them later, but that's just the way I am. So then you can see them all coming in, and then when you go to find your photos, they'll be in Photos, but if you have a lot, sometimes it's hard to find. And if you go to imports, it will always be the top one, the last one that you actually imported. Once you get to the photo that you need to edit, there's a little button up here in the corner called Edit. And there's some quick functions up here at the top. There's Auto Enhance, which I don't suggest you use on artwork because we are trying to make the artwork look as it does in real life, not to enhance it. Here's Quick Rotate, if you need a quick rotate. I believe this is if you want to, if you want to have a list of favorites. Maybe when you're going through these for art shows, you'll be like, oh, that's a favorite. Put it in your favorite folder. I honestly don't know what this part is, the extensions. And then this is information, the metadata about your artwork, where it was taken, the date, the kind of camera, and so forth. So functions that you have for editing, we have the light, different lightnesses here, and I kind of like it in Photos how they do this, because you can see in the little thumbnail a little preview of what it's going to look like, and then it's just a slider here where you slide it to get the lighting exactly the way you want it. Color, I would definitely not do much with the color. If you have taken a good photo, you shouldn't have to do that. Let's see. This one kind of shows the levels of your red, the green, and the blue, the different colors in your photo, and you can, if you want to toy around with those, you can do that. There's a vignette. You wouldn't obviously use that for artwork, but you can have that, work that for your personal work. And then up here is your crop button. And like I told you before, if you're cropping on a artwork that doesn't have a, anything really important in the background, then you don't have to be super precise about cropping this in. And it kind of changes it as you go along. This is if you need to rotate it slightly to kind of line it up. And then the one thing that I do wish they had in Photos that as of yet I don't think they do, unless you guys can tell me that they do, is that you can crop each side independently if you get it keystones. So I don't think you can do that right now. So then once you're done with the photo the way you want it, you hit done. And then once you've done all your photos, you're ready to export the photo.